Have you ever heard of analysis paralysis? Even if you didn't, chances are you experienced this feeling at least once in your life. So, what is analysis paralysis? That's a state where we struggle to make a decision because we are overthinking, overanalyzing a problem. We are continually consuming information and end up overwhelmed with all the variables we have to take into consideration. From an outside perspective, it's like seeing a basketball player getting the ball and freezing because he doesn't know what he should do. Should he shoot, dribble, or pass? Too many choices and parameters to analyze, and he ends up frozen, paralyzed, doing nothing. And if you ever played basketball, you know that freezing is not good. You are losing precious seconds and quickly the opportunity to score is gone. So if you keep on playing with someone that keeps on freezing when you pass them the ball, what is going to happen? Well, you will stop passing him the ball. If you keep on losing matches because of this, you might feel demoralized. You could think, what is the point of playing? Or even, what's the point of coming to the trainings? Analysis paralysis has disastrous consequences for individuals and team performance. Over time, this behavior will run performance to the ground. So, what can we do to address it? How can we overcome analysis paralysis, be more decisive, and elevate our performance? First, be clear on your main objective. What is the most important thing you are trying to achieve? Oftentimes, analysis paralysis happens when we start focusing on the side effects or benefits. So we try to get the best possible outcome, optimizing everything, and we lose our focus on the big picture. To help there, I like to remember a variation of the Pareto law where we can get 80% of the benefits with 20% of the efforts. The remaining 20% of the benefits will cost us 80% of our efforts. So, to be effective, let's focus on the main objective, the 80%. If needed, the remaining 20% will be addressed later on. Second point, to overcome analysis paralysis and boost your performance, set deadlines. For most of us, if we wait to feel ready, we will never start. We will never decide. With a deadline, there are no excuses. You have to come up with a decision. You have to act by a certain date. And you can reinforce this by committing to someone. It could be a colleague, your manager, or even your life partner. And you tell them, by this date, I will have done this. And in this case, the more people you commit to, the merrier. And I know that for a fact. When I published my book, I set a deadline. I set a date for the launch of the book in a Brisbane bookshop. And I invited a lot of people to come along. So I set a deadline and had accountability for all the people that will come along to this bookshop. So no matter what, I had to make sure that my book would be ready. Then, third point, to overcome analysis paralysis, get a decision journal. Oftentimes, we look at our decision in hindsight and think we should have known better. This is especially true for decisions that end up with a bad outcome and that can get us overly cautious. We remember our previous decisions and tell ourselves, this time I will do it right. This time I will think this through and get all the information I need to ensure I get the outcome I want. And this thinking, this hindsight bias, will lead us to analysis paralysis. So, to counter this, before making your decision, write into a journal what led you to this choice. What information did you have access to? What elements did you consider? What was your thought process? Basically, how did you come up to this decision? And by capturing your decision analysis prior to getting any outcomes, this allows you to review your process at a later stage without being influenced by your cognitive biases. So, with what I knew at the time, was it a good decision? And how can I improve my decision process for next time? We then often realize there was no way to know better, and this will give us the confidence we need to be more decisive. And if you are ready to maximize your performance, send me a message and let's have a chat.